What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and obviously with a new set, Legacy of Destruction, we get new cards, and thankfully we get some new cards to update some of our deck profiles. So yeah, obviously new ban list as well. Not much changes for Chimera really with the ban list. Let me know what you think about the ban list. I'm not really too sure. It's interesting, of course it's interesting, but I think rather than hitting Snake Eyes, they actually hit a lot of rogue things. Like, I had a Jinzo deck in mind, but because they hit Baron and stuff like that, like, you kind of scrapped that a little bit. So I had to, put that in the bin. But yeah, obviously you can see here we got our new card, Nightmare Apprentice. Testing her out at locals yesterday, as I'm recording this. Actually won locals, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so buzzing for that. So this is basically an undefeated deck profile. So let me know what you think. I already have a few changes in mind, and I'll go through those with you as I'm doing the profile. So obviously to start with, I obviously maxed out on the new Nightmare Apprentice. So you can special summon this card from your hand by discarding one card. You can only special summon Nightmare Apprentice once per turn this way. If this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by that battle. That's obviously just a standard thing for illusion. I will also say I'm quite sick, so if my voice is different or I sound weird or I keep sniffing, that's just why. I've just been sick for like the last week or so. But continuing on, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one illusion monster from your deck to your hand except itself. So yeah, basically another searcher, essentially another one card starter in a way, other than the fact that you need a discard for it. There obviously was another illusion monster released. I'm just going to talk about her quickly because I don't main her, so we're just going to go into it. So this Diabelle's the original Sin Keeper. So with reading this card, I feel like this is not the format that this is a very good card. Maybe side deck it or something like that, but like the fact that it just stops people from, it makes people set their cards first. I just think it's not great. Like if you go up against like Branded, or if you go up against Snake Eye or something like that, I don't actually think this card is very good. So yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan. So it's in the side just in case it does come better. But obviously that's a new card that you want to be looking out for, and I would get them while they're cheap before, because I think these will go down because it's not really great at the moment. But at some point this will have its time to shine, so pick them up now. But this is not in the deck. I have it in the side. I'm just showing you the other monster that you can have. But back onto Nightmare Apprentice, I actually think I'm going to cut this down to 2 because like realistically, the only reason I used this was to make Chaos Angel because it's a dark and Mirror Sword Knight is a light. This is a 6 and that's a 4, so it makes Chaos Angel really nicely. So I only really ever wanted this as follow up so I can make Chaos Angel on my next turn. So turn 3, my turn 2. So I think I would cut it down to 2 because obviously you can search it with Gazelle. But yeah. 3 of Nightmare Apprentice, guys. Let me know what you think about her. How many are you playing in your profile? So now, obviously, 3 total. That's not really changed. I'll do the rest of these like this because it's not really changed. 3 Coral, 3 Sword Knight, 3 Gazelle, 2 Big Wing, and 1 Master Tau. I've never played the Candle. I might try the Candle out again, just to have more names. That is one thing I will say. The fact that this is another illusion monster means that it is really easy to go for game now because you have more illusion names at your disposal, so you can really make what's the fusion called? Chimera the Illusion Beast. You can make him easier now with more attacks. So that is another benefit that Nightmare Apprentice gave to you. So yeah, pretty much same package. I'm playing 45 cards, so I didn't really cut anything, really. Obviously, with Nightmare Apprentice being summoned by discarding, I actually bumped up the Edge and Chain package. But then again, I'm probably going to go back down to 2 now. With what I said, at Nightmare Apprentice, I'm only going to go to 2, so I wouldn't need 3 just for the follow-up. So this is going to get cut down to 2 again. So 2 of the Chain, Patchwork, and Poly. But in theory, obviously opening this and Nightmare Apprentice gets you everything. Do you know what I mean? So because you can go Apprentice, discard Chain, then you can go Apprentice to add a Sword Knight, this to add Patchwork, and then now you're absolutely cooking. You have loads and loads to go for. So yeah, that was my theory in thinking it, but in reality, opening them didn't always happen. And then if you do your Sword Knight stuff and you add Apprentice after your combo, Baphomet locks you into fusions. So now there's not really many fusions that I wanted to make. So yeah, I would cut this down to 2 now. And that would put you down to 43 cards really. I'm still playing the Brand of Fusion stuff just because it's another 1 card starter, and I like Mirror Jade for the non-targeting banish and just putting pressure on. Like sometimes you just need a better boss monster. So yeah, I'm still always going to play that. Obviously the barrier statue, I didn't really summon it very much. It's not my go-to to go for something like this, but it's in the deck because also it's a fiend, so it can come in handy. Then I only had room for, I say only had room for like basically these 6. This is what I chose to go for because Imperm's quite standard. Obviously, it's probably one of the best hand traps still in this format. And I went for Droll just because in my locals, it just works better than anything else. One of the players, John, if he's watching this, fuck you, John. He plays Flonderese, so yeah. If you open Shifter, obviously it's shit, but this is obviously good against them. So that's why I chose to go for Droll over anything else. Then on to the spells. We're obviously playing 3 Chimera Fusion. We're playing 3 Branded Fusion, 2 Patchwork, 2 Poly, and then the 3 Super Poly. So plenty of fusion spells, or ways to fusion spells. The only thing I wish I had more monsters. I think realistically, Konami printing all these illusion monsters, that kind of crap. They need to print another good level 4 beast and a level 5 fiend. That's what we need really. I'd love a level 5 fiend that works with Unchained. That would be really cool, like an Unchained level 5, so you could kind of merge the 2 easier together. That would be really cool. But we definitely need a level 5 fiend that we can search from Gazelle, and another level 4 beast that we can search from Baphomet when it's summoned. But yeah, not much has really changed, guys. Like, I know we got some new cards, but not much has really changed. What's changed is what I've noticed has changed the most is my turn 2. So I do the normal stuff that you would usually on your first turn. Pass to your opponent, do all your interaction stuff. Then when they return to me, that's what seems to have changed for me, personally. But the last few cards, I'm obviously playing 2 Thrust and a Talents to go with that. 1 Called By, just because it's Called By, it's a really good card. And then obviously to partner with the Thrust, I'm playing 1 Fusion Duplication. This is actually really good because obviously Branded is quite a popular deck, so you can actually banish from your opponent's graveyard and then use their Branded Fusion. I actually did that against someone on Thursday. So especially if they don't open Branded Fusion or away turn Branded Fusion and they have to do the play where Retribution goes to graveyard and Branded Fusion goes to graveyard, you wait for them to go to Retribution, banish, target the Fusion to add back, you chain Fusion Duplication, and then obviously you banish it, and then you get to do it. You get to use their branded fusion to fuse, and they don't have anything. So, especially if you get to do that, it's just sweet. So yeah. And again, guys, obviously, like I said, this is not in my main deck. I've seen many lists with it in their main deck, but it's just, yeah, it's not for me. Going into the extra. Obviously, we've got 2 of the King, 1 of the Baphomet. So this as well, guys, you could swap this around the other way. I think you have to play 2 of one and 1 of the other. It's up to you which one you want to do it. I would always do 2 of this one, because this summons from grave and this only summons from banished. So this, obviously, if you banish your Swords Knights and your what's it called, and your Kogels, so you could summon them with this, but this will be able to summon Gazelle, Baphomet. This can summon Magnum the Reliever from your grave. This can summon more, so that's why I choose to play 2 of the King. But you need to use 2 in the first part of your combo, really. Especially if you're setting up the barrier lock. So you need another one to make on your opponent's, on your next turn, if you want to make the Illusion Beast to then be able to kill, because you can't use Libellion to shuffle back these from banished or graveyard, because they're no longer those in the graveyard or banished. So yeah. 2 Guardian Chimera. Oh, quickly though, this card is so good. Like, I think it's got to be one of my favorite cards now. It's getting up there for sure, because being able to just make this with, like, make a Chimera, use the effect of Rip, or to chain block is what I usually use it for. And then I made this with 4 illusions and Chimera the other day, on Thursday, and then just attacked. They took 3-1. Attacked, they took 3-1. Attacked, they took 3-1. That's already 9,300 damage. It was hilarious. So yeah. 2 Guardian Chimera. Pretty standard. Magnum Reliever, got to be one of my favourite cards. I actually love this card. I think it's so good, so underrated, surprisingly. The draw, and that, like, putting back your branded fusions or your Chimera fusions if you open too many. I know it seems weird to open too many, but you can open too many Chimera fusions, so you'll be able to put one back for later on to add from Gazelle or Baphomet. Or putting back your branded fusions to be able to top deck it. Yeah, this is just really cool. Even your Super Polys, putting those back, hilarious, man. So good. Obviously, the link between the 2, the branded stuff and the Chimera stuff, because obviously this you use, we know the combo by now. 1 Libellion and 1 Mirror Jade. Yeah, enough said about those. Like I said, I just really enjoy this as a boss monster, and for the sake of 3 spaces in the extra deck and 5 spaces in my main, I just think it's worth it. Well worth it. Garua, Wings of Resonant Life. So what I actually did with a cool play with this was I actually made this with Edgimp Chain and Baphomet, and then I was able to use Baphomet's effect to reborn Mirror Knight, and then I used this and Mirror Knight to make a Chaos Angel. This drew me a card, and then obviously I've got Chaos Angel on field, so that was really cool with this. 1 Mudragon for Super Poly, Dragostapelia for Super Poly, and then the last 2, obviously Little Knight is just like a really good card, and you can make it quite easily. And then Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel was so good. It's probably the best inclusion for this deck that I've gotten, and that's all thanks to the Apprentice, Nightmare Apprentice. So I'm happy that I can play Chaos Angel. I've had it for ages and never really been able to play it in a deck, so I'm happy that I finally can. And just like this deck now, although it doesn't do much, one opponent said it doesn't do much. Yes, it doesn't. Your first turn, what do you make? What do you do really? You set up maybe a couple of pops in a draw. Hopefully you've got some hand traps. You've ripped a card from hand. You've got 2 interactions in graveyard, at least with Kotal and Mirror Knight. It's about stalling, really. You try to get them out, try to take away some of their resources. You get to your turn, and then you've got plenty of choices, you know? You can make like a Mirror Jade, you can Super Poly them. You can then make a Towers by making a Chaos Angel, because realistically, until people click on, when they see an Apprentice on the field and a Sword Knight, they're not going to do anything, because they think So where is the Sword Knight? They're not going to do anything with this field here. They're just not going to, because they think this is a fusion deck. You're going to fuse, or you're going to use your Sword Knight effect to do something, and then you can just go these two into Chaos Angel, banish a card. This is now a Towers for monster effects, and it can attack it. It's attack everything, right? I know, monsters can't be destroyed. So yeah, I think it's really, really cool. I'm really happy that we've got this choice of utility now. I think this deck, although it's very one-dimensional, you still have plenty of choices. Like Magnum Reliever is a cool boss monster. This is good for just an OTK. You've got Mirror Jade. You can go into little. I like the deck. I really do. Like, I think you can hear it in my voice. Well, probably can't hear it in my voice because I'm super sick. But I'm gonna spotlight Chimera the Illusion Beast. But yeah, I'm super happy with the. I wish they would bring something else out. I think we need another level 5 Fiend. Sorry, I really do. But also I think we need a better beast. I really do think we need a better beast monster. So, because we've got a Gazelle, we need something else. We need something else that's like good overall, not something like, obviously there's the Tiger that if something summons with 1400 attack, take its attack away or whatever it is. Yeah, we need something that is good utility, like that's good going first, good going second, good against everything. Don't have to be amazing, but just a different option. Do you know what I mean? So, or an extender or something. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys, in the comment section down below. How are you playing it? How many Nightmare Apprentice are you playing? Are you playing the new original Sin Keeper? Are you playing that? Are you playing any of the other cards? There is one illusion card. I think it's the Talons card that is kind of interesting. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment sections down below, guys. Sorry that I sound so bunged up and I ain't done a video in a while. I've been doing some other stuff as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.